I have made a fair few videos on Tesla's quality control. So what I did was compare them to other car companies to find out if they were really industry standard, which they were. But what about the brand new Tesla Model
Twitter
S?
The Tesla build quality is not very good.
That's not true. In fact, in my latest video when I went to the service center, we found out that Tesla was actually industry standard, beating Mercedes and BMW by quite a bit. If you want to watch that video with independent ratings on Tesla, you can find that in the description below. Guys, if you could, please head to the like button and give it a smash. And also, we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can, please subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate it. Salute. So let's dive into everything wrong with our 2020 long-range Tesla Model S. So there's nothing wrong, so that's the end of the video. Thank you very much. Bye. I'm only joking. Let's have a look at it for real. Let's start with the famed Tesla issue, panel gaps. Let's go actually have a look at these panel gaps on the Tesla Model S and see if they're an issue or not. So that's the hood on that side. Let's go over to this side. And it absolutely looks perfect. And I'm not just saying this, like perfect symmetry on the hood gaps. Absolutely perfect. Gap, see the other side. I mean, could you really? Look at that. We're talking like actually perfect, both sides. So a big one for the Model S. Everyone has a problem with these trims. Well, they're perfect on this car. This is the 2020 Model S and they are perfect. So they match up perfectly to me. Let's have a look at this line down here. Let's go jump over to the other side and see the exact same thickness in the line. So, you know, maybe Tesla just have it right. So where I had an issue with my Model 3, okay, so that line's quite tight. It looks pleasing to me, but let's go see on the other side to see if it's different. So I'm looking for these. Nope, exactly the same. So it's a nice tight line all the way through. Matches lovely, nice swoop. So I'll do one more walk around of the car. So there you go. In terms of panel gaps, there are no issues. Honestly, in terms of Tesla Model S production, Tesla have absolutely nailed it and they're getting it spot on. Nothing like the Model 3, nothing like it at all. So let's move on to the next gripe that a lot of people have with Teslas, and that would be the paintwork. Have Tesla perfected the paintwork? It's perfect, and I've gone all over it. There's no mark. I mean, can you see their beautiful sea of beading? Look at this beautiful beading, this coat they've got on it. It's just, you know, every angle of the paintwork is Instagram worthy. It's that good. So the paint is not an issue. on the 2020 long range Model S. So back inside, and it's the detailing on the stitching, it's just perfect. Everything about it is perfect. And I know some people have had issues with this, but not in the new Tesla Model S. The wood fitting is perfect, almost. And I want to say almost just because maybe this could be a bit tighter. It's not massive, it's not major, it's beautiful on the other side, and I am being extremely picky, extremely. We're talking about natural material, I think, but I'm trying to be picky, I'm trying to find faults here. So if I had to say something, it would be that, but the stitching on the, I think this is the vegan leather, which I much prefer, I think it's beautiful. So much better than that shiny, old-fashioned, smelly leather, but that's my opinion. But the stitching is near perfection. We're talking, I feel like we're supercar quality of the stitching and the interior. But I think it's faux suede, I think. The joints are perfect. I don't know if you can see because of the exposure. Nonetheless, there you go, that's better. It's beautiful. It really is fantastic. One gripe of the interior is maybe this feels a little bit cheap still. In the old Model S, it felt really cheap. It feels really hardy, and at least they've changed these flaps to something a lot better, very similar to the Model 3. Magnetic closing, a bit more look, feels much more luxurious. It is just a sun visor at the end of the day. It's quite thick, it's got a nice clunk to it actually. The stitching on the door is perfect. I love the door trim. The car seats, the stitching on the car seats are perfect. There's no trim faults inside the interior, none at all. Look, you guys know that I would say if there was issues. I have had issues with my Model 3, and we've done videos on that, and we spoke about that in the past. I can't find a fault. I'm being serious, I can't find a single thing out of place. This Model S is refined and beautiful. It's so selling, the Model S, to me. It's amazing, it's gorgeous inside. Let's go and find some other faults. Let's go and try and find some faults here. We've spoken about the seals on the Model Y. I think recently people were talking about the seals. They're just solid. They're just thick, amazing seals. They're just fantastic. Okay, let me go show you one gripe. This is my brother William, one of the Tesla brothers, as I'll call him. Okay, watch this door, okay? Okay, it didn't do it this time, so I don't know what he was complaining about. He said water fell on his seat. William, were you lying? There's no water falling on your seat. I think it was this. Can you see a bit of water here on this sill? I think, if you look, maybe he wasn't lying. If I just give that a little, yeah, so if I'm patting it, but, so there you go, there's William's gripe, is that water fell on his seat from the roof. So, no real issues with, no issues with the external of the car. Perfect. I'm on about so well refined, it just restores my faith in what I experienced with the Model S. Not that there's no issues with the interior, it's perfect. Like I say, the things I'm talking about are so picky, it's insane. Let's talk about two things that I do have an issue with. Go into entertainment, go into Netflix. Okay, let's put a bit of Top Gear on. Lovely vertical picture, that. Did you see that split second where the screen did come on? Too many people are using my Netflix account. The screen, because this is a vertical screen, when you put a movie on, or a film on, or a program on, it only uses the middle section of the screen, meaning that you actually get a smaller screen than the Model 3 The Model 3 screen to watch Netflix on is really pleasant. So in the Model S, because of the vertical screen, you get a smaller viewable screen when you're watching something on YouTube or Netflix or Twitch. You get a smaller screen. And to me, that's a gripe. That's one of my things. I would say, I'm going to get a Model S or a Model X anyway, and I'm going to be, if I buy an old Model X or a Model S, I'm going to be upgrading, so I've got Netflix, I'm going to upgrade to the new screens. That's the only thing I'd change. Just on that note quickly, Tesla, why don't you do an option extra of a bigger monitor in the Model 3 and the Model Y? Why not do a bigger screen, and it's like a $1,000 optional upgrade to a bigger screen? Please, can you do it? Let's go, Elon. And then lastly, the last thing I have a gripe with, let me put this into drive. So one thing I had a huge problem with in the 2 Model S's that I drove, and someone even commented on this as well, someone said they had this issue as well, is like a shudder, like a judder of the wheels when doing a tight turning circle. I'm testing it, I'm doing some really tight turning. It was always in the other 2 cars, was a right hand down reverse that caused it. It's gone. So, I'll be honest with you, it's not something I had experienced in this car. It's not something I've felt in this car. I thought I'd test it out. So whatever was wrong with the old Model S's and that shudder and judder, it's definitely not in this 2020 Model S. I haven't got it in this 2020 Model S. I've spoken about this actually in my previous videos. There is a much better road feeling with this car. The handling is a lot better. It feels lighter, it feels nimbler on the road. The old Model S's felt like boats. They honestly felt like boats, but we are talking 2015, 2016 Model S's. But it definitely doesn't have the shudder or judder or the old thing that I experienced, and I'm guessing some of you old Model S's guys have driven. That doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. So I don't really have any gripes with the Model S. And that's the truth. I did in the past, and you guys know that I will give a very honest and open opinion of the vehicles, because I did that with my own Model 3. So you best believe when I get a loaner car from Tesla, I'm going to give it my honest opinion. I don't have a loyalty to lie on these videos. So what I'm about to say is my honest opinion. I think this car is perfect. I genuinely mean that. I think it's perfect. I don't think I would change anything in this car. It is that good. There's one thing I would change about the car, and that'd be the price. If I could make it cheaper, I would make it cheaper, only for myself. There are so many things we've not spoken about in this video. The range that can genuinely do over 300 miles, as I did in a video. We did over 300 miles with 20 miles left in the tank, real world driving. It could do up to 350, 360 driving if you drove it safely and correctly. It can do 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. It's gorgeous, it looks amazing, it's got air suspension, heating, I'll cover all this. I'm gonna do a 1,000 mile review. I've had this car for a while now, but I love it. And I've honestly fallen in love with the Model S. The 2020 Model S is everything I expected it should be. I was so let down when I drove the old Model S because I'd driven the Model 3, and the Model 3 is so good that stepping inside an old Model S was like a step back in time. It really did let me down. But stepping in this is exactly what the Model S should be in comparison to the Model 3. And that's a more luxurious, a more expensive, a more refined, a more well put together, better performance, better ranged car. That's exactly what the Model S should be to the Model 3. And that's exactly what the 2020 long range Model S is. There's going to be plenty of videos coming out of the long range Model S. And in my opinion, it's probably one of the best Teslas you could buy for your money. This isn't a paid partnership, obviously. I am not working in partnership with Tesla. Elon, you can always email me and I will do that. But the car is perfect. I've probably said this, the car is perfect. So if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, there is a link in the description that if I gave you some information that helped you, please use that link and it gets me 1,000 free supercharger miles. And it gets you 1,000 free supercharger miles, and I do appreciate it.
Everybody who has used that so far, you're blowing my mind. I do appreciate it a lot. So salute to you guys. Hit the like button if you gained anything from it. If you found anything entertaining, please hit the like button. Hit the like button for William as well. You know, he got punched in the face for this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please, I do appreciate it. Salute to everybody who's subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate it quite a lot. I'm racing to 1,000 subscribers. I feel we could be there almost already in this one. I don't know. I'm a little bit ahead of schedule on the video, so let me know if we're there. Guys, as always, you have been wonderful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
If you was wondering, guys, yes, I was on a scooter. That's why we hang around to the end of the video. You get to see the behind the scenes. I will do a video. I've said I'm going to do a video on this. Or if you follow my Instagram, you'll know I've been using this electric scooter to do last mile journeys. If you want to see that video about last mile vehicles, because I've also got the electric bike as well that I use quite heavily, let me know. Because this thing is a little beast. And now you'll find them in the back of my Teslas. This is where they go.